caliber or gargoyle helmet. Those are rare drops if you don't get them here. Do, in my experience, is just hit them twice, block, and repeat. Now, there's going to be two main strategies to go about here since there are two gargoyles. The first is that either set works find the best rules of fire type stuff, run the second gargoyle first. Otherwise, if melee is your concern, kill the first one of this there before moving on. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is focus the tail. So we're going to work on getting behind them, wait for us to really just focus on the there. Right, you can't fall off of this. Careful. Next the tail axe. Just kind of can't hear to do here. So the first one is head. This is the one that likes the fire rep. Just how much that resistance is. Absolutely bored. But the only problem, of course, to be honest, 4 health weighs freaking and then, whereas this, basically better version of standing up. So we'll go with the gun. So, staring at up to the chest. We'll launch this. So anyway, that's the first build of the weekend. Pretty straightforward, right? So come here, up the ladder, go along the way to the top. Now, instead of the footwork on the count, just want to make sure you bring that back down. And I'm talking about now, we get the, well, what is it? Not that, it's just for those. Up to figure out how to do it on PlayStation, so it's Xbox. But anyway, it's important to come by Oswald because this guy is going to sell perfect spells. Now, perfect spells are going to be very useful because you can get afflicted with curse. This is the way to do it. It's going to match with the later into it, but you're not going to be buying for a while. So, if you can afford the souls, I'd suggest buying one of these for now, just because it'll be something very useful to have. Arrogance. Additionally, this is common justice, gorgeous talisman, killing and sacrifice, what I think. Probably the most important thing is request and have secret here. Now, if you would have this off in NPC, thinking about who's talking to you, the only way to fix things is to come to Oswald and request and have solution to purchase. It's very expensive. I would highly suggest this not this involved in NPCs. To put things in perspective, I accidentally set down my controller and attacked Andre, and I think I'd done a couple other things, but it was almost 20,000 smaller things that we want to accomplish. So our next episode is going to be kind of knocking out some priorities before they're continuous. So from the guardrails, hop on this elevator, take it up down, head to the Firelink Shrine, and then we'll catch you out there with the next episode.
If you're in Canada and have over $10,000 in debt, it is
credit funds, the credit you can't pay off, but get to zero. First of all, don't do it. What is that again? Scott right here, and we are back, ready to continue on our way to the dialogue office. So there are quite a few items of interest in this area. So the basic stuff in sports, members, dual time residents, souls, firebombs, firebombs. Outside of that, some more significant items such as longbow, binoculars, gloves, claymore, and even axe as well. There's also a shield. I can't remember what name it is specifically. There's a shield and another shield you get on some of the chests down in the area. And we get our first NPC that we recruit back to Shrine here as well. So quite a bit. As I mentioned, this will likely be a two-parter episode. We're going to just run straight on through, show you guys all the stuff, knocking out enemies. I actually don't think I'll die. I mean, that's a really bold statement, so to speak, but I'm really promise. Alright, so we'll run on down and get set on fire. Now, if you actually want to go that way towards the petrified dragon, despite that, we're going to go to the right first. We can just grab some longbow and kill one of the species. Get ourselves some items. There's an archer right here. Take him out. No point letting him keep trouble. The man jumps down that way. And we'll kill that one, this guy. This guy can be kind of beefy, but the appropriate weapons such as the axe, he's not able to stagger lock. It's going to be better than his stuff things like the action base, very good staggering capabilities. Picks up the dogs. Guns. One guy giving me a little bit more trouble than I thought he would. Alright, let's just stagger him down. The great thing about the axe, once you start hitting, you can pretty much just lock them in place and do oblivion. And we can give up now and end up hitting the bonfire before we continue operating. So up here, one of these enemies will spawn into an abyss piece. Keep that in mind. So remember, I think it's the one that's right there praying. Yep, there he is. So that was two down to kill him. So that's something I probably mentioned. The enemies that have potential to spawn and become an abyss piece, you can kill them before that spawn happens. If you kill them before that spawn happens, you just get the souls that would be associated with them normally. If you wait until they become an abyss piece, you get more souls out of them. In addition, abyss pieces will always drop embers. So unfortunately, he did not become one there. I didn't mean to actually hit him with an axe, but just so you know, you can become one. You get an ember from it. I believe you also have a chance to drop a Titanite shard as well. So right before I go back, looking right down there, there's a shortcut. I'll get a shortcut to the boss for this area. We'll podcast a bit later. Okay, continue onward. Now, all these enemies that are praying, you can largely ignore them for the most part if you want. I kill them. It's just like, that's just the way I play the game. 3 souls are 3 souls, even if it's only 36. Souls is souls. That's everybody there. Probably a single difference. So up here we're going to be grabbing our binoculars. There's also going to be an enemy up here waiting to trick you. You can see us here right there. Just don't hesitate. But just above the right to do right there, you can see the clouds to avoid it completely. are not good, feel free to roll for violence if you want it. So from the dragon, we're going to go here, drop off down, and get ourselves some resin. Now this is just the staircase we could take it. There it is, just to pull everything back together. By just going that way, you gain access to the resin enemy behind here. Take him out. Grab some fire bombs. Now, this is just if you can't actually go this way at all, but you can press the enemies that are putting force on the head. This guy wants to come off the leg, send it back down. Get back here, but no. There we go, no loss at all. That's not a guaranteed job. So there it is. So here, let's break this guy's deal. He's actually going to attack. He's going to wait until I'm on this. So this is where the dragon's at. Now, to make this easier, what we're going to do is sprint right through. Once you get up here, the dragon will fly and start breaking fire. Going straight through, you get before a little bit. See the dragon is already forward. The majority of that means that are right here. Now, there's quite a few items here. Stick back here and go right now. If you stay in this spot for a while, you should stop reading fires. There's some other things we're going to take care of. In the meantime, always wait for that. But you can get both a club, a claymore, and some embers there. So right here, this is the first mimic you encounter. I would suggest hitting it as hard as you can. It does drop quite a good weapon early on. Oh, wow. I didn't press forward. I was expecting to just do an old-fashioned regular shot there. In fact, the biggest thing you have to watch for on the mimic is its grab. It has a grab attack. You'll notice it when your back right there. Right when it kind of speeds, head back. That's what's going to try and grab you. If it grabs you, chances are you're going to die. So don't let it grab you. This can draw those things even max. Keep battle it. There we go. You have weapon with a current build. Just pair things. Put it on to get it in there. And you see, looking at the other action, that's a little bit more distances instead of scaling, but this one has them. Now, the good thing about that is that early on, and you'll see at my weapon attack power, 145 against 207. So it is going to be pretty significant boost in our damage for this early in the game. Sounds like it's still going down, leaving that fire. We're going to go this way and open that door first before we do anything with the dragon. This is actually, this path is your very first bonfire, or first bonfire like inside the level, I should say. It's not the first, but, you know, that start bonfire I would consider our first bonfire because it's like, you know, you start there. So this starts with resident bonfire for the area. So for now, we run past that night just to be safe. Run up here, get the bonfire lit. Thank me later. Real quick, try to recall. I don't believe there's any items with that one lightning shot. That was like a little accidental one, guys. Alright, so now we're going to grab some of those items back by the dragon. Particular ember. They will also carry that job. We're also going to take care of the knife. Now, if you're good at carrying, carrying is a great way to take it out. If you got an uncarryable carry, even though I play Souls as long as I have, carrying involves pressing the left trigger right before the enemy even attack. So that right as their weapon's about to strike, parry, and it'll put them into a riposte. If you're not good at parrying, your other options are, of course, blocking and attacking during your open window, or, as I would prefer, either just rolling and getting a backstab or stagger line again. So as you can see there, we axe to effectively stagger that enemy down. Got an ember. Now we can run out here, we'll take a little bit of fire damage. We're going to go for that time. Well, back there we can see the play. Now, we are going to obviously get the play more. This chance I could die. We wait right here just a little bit. Should stop casting fire similar to I was before. As you can see now is our window, so we are going to spray. I got cast fire in just a second here, but we can make it to the plate. Now we have to play one. Bam. There we go. And now we have to play more. In addition to step by and effectively use it. Very wide sweeps on it. You really can't go wrong with play. Playmore is a weapon you play higher beats through with no regrets. So keep that in mind. You don't need to grab super special weapons from over time. Some of the most basic weapons you get are some of the best. There we go. So just by hitting areas, the dragon changes the attention and now flaming this area instead of on top. There we go again. To avoid the flame on the bottom, it is to do run, jump from here, and then you can continue rolling on up. We have successfully avoided the flame. Grab fire bombs. Also, we didn't use up our Estus, right? The dragon, of course, we are going to go really fast to set up the bonfire. Now we're going to go get ourselves our in just a second. This time we'll leave the bridge. Of course, you are free to fight again if you want. Alright, so from here, this is going to be the actual way progression. But of course, you may notice that there's a ladder right here. Now this will take us down, and there's two things of importance that I'm going to note down here. Neither of them are really actionable in this second, but I think those are important that it's meant to see that as curious. Backstab.